just hadn't been motivated to really get out, to set goals, to get out there and make the money. But I decided that we're approaching the, you know, almost the fourth quarter. We still got September to get to the third quarter, but we're almost to the end of the year, and I just feel like if I'm going to reach the goal that I set for myself, for my side gigs, I got to get out there and do something, okay? So something I'm doing now that I haven't done in a while is Sept. Sept usually comes off of my radar because the tips come in after, and so you don't know if they tipped or not. Then too, when they send me promos, they're horrible. Like, do 10 non-promo orders for $40. What? Like, really? When I see people doing 5 for $100. So it's like, okay, I'm not gonna do that. That's not gonna happen. So but I did pick up this is a promo, even though it's probably I think it is a promo going on. It's all crooked and stuff, but I'm still not gonna do it. I decided to pick it up. I had to go to a chiropractor, so I picked this up on promo, and it's from 4 to 5. I'll get to the store a little bit, like around 4:13. Now this is an area I usually do not start with the shopping, okay? So what the heck? You ain't gonna, and then you didn't even use a blinker. You're gonna use a blinker now that you see me. You shouldn't use a blinker when you still the same old thing. So let me take my happy-go-lucky self back to my side of town. Because that ship order was a hot friggin' mess, okay? First of all, they didn't have a lot of what the customer wanted, and she did not have any substitutes. And so I had to keep asking her, you know, what does she want? Also, the images was not, you know, matching up with the product. So I had to keep asking the workers, is this what this is supposed to be? Because this image don't look this way. Lastly, I was out here in these streets with an expired shipped card. Yes, I was. So I'm like, wait a minute. I didn't know I have done some shop and delivery ship orders since it expired. But I'm like, did I? So now I got to go through to find out if I did, because this is the first time that I was stopped. Now, I know I've primarily do delivery only and prepaid at Target, so I haven't really shopped. This was at Harris Teeter, so I usually don't shop at Harris Teeter. I think I've done it 1 or 2 times. But yeah, so the workaround at this point was I did end up using, because she was like, can you find another ship shopper? What the hell, you think I got an arsenal of ship shoppers in my pocket? Ma'am, how we gonna, that's not gonna work. So the next one was to use my card, and that's what I did. And then as I was making my way driving through to the customer, I was putting in my reimbursement. So if I reimburse, great. If it's not, God blessings. So yeah, let me go ahead and figure out what to do. And now I gotta look at all these other freaking cards and check and see when they expire, because I'm out here in these streets like, ma'am, you're expired 100 years ago. Hey y'all. Oh, ain't that sun disrespectful? Just started hotting when I came down there. It is Thursday, September 2nd, and I don't know if what I'm going to do this weekend, if I'm going to hang out or if I am going to work. But I did decide I was going to do something today, and I did pick up a shipped order. And I'm not for sure if I have footage or not, but I think I did, about me not having my ship, like having a ship card that expired, where that's all, you know, working itself out. I should have it next week. There was some good orders today, but they were all shop and deliver, so I couldn't take them. And so I went and looked on Instacart. Initially I only had 1 order. Then I went back while I was waiting for them to, because I grab one of those shipped orders so quick. Then I was like, crazy, you don't have your card. So I end up chatting with ship support so they can drop the order, because it was like a promo that was starting at 4 and it was like 340 something, whatever. So I end up looking back on Instacart, and the first order that I seen that I'll be interested in is a $22 one. It is heavy pay. You know what, it's a heavy order, but I don't think it said heavy pay. Yeah, but the customer, it's $7 Instacart pay, and the customer is tipping $15. But it's at Petco, and it's for 2 bags. And you always take chances when you go on these, because there's a chance they don't have what the customer wants in store. But here we are taking chances. I'm going ahead and see what's going on. And I guess these people, they got places to be, people to see. They just driving all over the place, and I will join them. All right, peace out. Okay, so I just finished that dropped off. I have dropped up to this customer before. I did a order at Publix for him, and it was like a long time ago. I believe it was last year when I had arrived at his house and I was greeted by his dogs. And I was trying to get him to get up so he can get the dogs so I can deliver the food. But yeah, he was out mowing his grass. The substitute were the smaller bags, and they only had a few of the smaller bags. So I did, it was his request. He had chosen that. So I know why he didn't respond initially. So we will see what happens with the tip. Now, his tip was not a standard tip. It was a customized tip. And I think that's what he does. He always do customized tips regardless. So I don't know if he adjusted because the bags were smaller. We won't know. But I'm going to go ahead and get off of here and see exactly what I can do. Did I put it around way? To see what I can get into. All right. In the meantime, in between time, peace. Hey y'all, happy Saturday. Haven't heard that in a while, I bet. So I'm out here in the streets on this Labor Day weekend, and I decided to pick me up a Instacart. It's a small Instacart going about $10. I think I'm going 1 mile, which is cool, but which is even more cooler is I had to stop at Dunkin' and get me a pumpkin spice latte because it's that season. They cut the other drink, seasonal drink, off so soon to get this one pushed out, which is totally fine. But yeah, so I'm headed to CVS to work this order, and it's not out of my way, but it became out of my way because I came to my favorite Dunkin' Donut location. So so I went the opposite way. So you know what I'm doing, rushing to get to CVS so I won't get those notifications I'm running late. I might take you guys along with me. It's based on what's going on in the store. But until time, in between time, peace out. Okay, I am back. And so the order was a small order. Of course, it had 6 total items, 4 unique items. And what happened was they wanted some Frappuccino, but they were all out of the Frappuccino. And so the person asked for a refund, and I did so. When delivering to the customer, they had specific instructions, so of course I follow those. And then I look up, and here go Bambi galloping. And so I knew I had to get up out of there because and the thing about it was like probably a known, like this deer knows this area because he wasn't going away from me. He was coming towards the area where I was putting the customer's items. So all in all, I had to get up out of there. So I'm sorry I didn't give y'all a picture of me delivering the items. I'm just so horrible. I'm trying to get back into the groove of things, so be patient. So I look back on when I wanted to start back Uber Eats and wanted to take a picture of my face, and I was driving, and of course I couldn't do that. And it was really, this street is nowhere to stop until like you get to the light that's way up the road. And by the time I did that, I looked on, stay right there, don't come out here. I looked on Instacart, and it was another small order at Publix, so I went ahead and grabbed that. And so I started instantly to laugh, like, because I think of Joe Gig and how he doesn't like the small orders because he finds that those give him the much more trouble. Whereas in my case, they haven't. So I'm hoping that Chicagoland Juju stay there with those small orders and don't come over here to Queen City, because I like small orders, especially when I do not have a plan for the day. What I have been doing this week is just, when I went out, I said, don't go back in until you earn $50. And I'll get to the $50 mark. Well, I'll get to, like, say $40, and I need that one more good order, $10 to get me where I need to be. And then I'll get an order that exceeds that. So I'm very grateful for that. So today I only been seeing any small orders, which I'm grateful for because I wanted to take it easy anyway. And that's where we at. So Joe Gig, keep that Chicagoland Juju over there. Let me get these small orders out the way so I can get back to doing what I love to do. Sit and watch TV. All right, I'll see you when I leave the store. All right, I am back and done with that order. All items I was able to get, so there was no substitution other than greeting. I didn't have to communicate with the customer. It was a leave at door situation. But I wanted to give you a little tip. When I do small orders and it's a mix between non-food items and food items, I often choose to do a paper bag for the non-food items, especially because most of them are like tissue or like facial tissues or Lysol, something small, and put those in the paper bag because I can put the plastic bags on top. And all of that fits into the green bag like this. So just a little tidbit of what I do to make it easier when carrying, because I don't want to do a whole bunch of orders and I don't want a lot of stuff against me, like holding on to bags, holding on to containers, things like that against my body. So I try my best to fit things in that green bag or any bag that I have, because I have several other bags, but I usually go for the green bag. They got this little industrial strength that I like. So I end up picking up a Instacart, and when I accepted it, I didn't take a picture, but I'll show you exactly what I actually earned from this one. It is a little bit more items. It's a full delivery. Is for 2 customers, and one of the customers I actually shot for this week. So she may be doing a fill-in. I can't remember if it was items that they didn't have and she, you know, needed them and she's just trying her luck again. I'm not sure until I start to look at the order itself. And then I think I'm done with Instacart for the day because I believe that this will get me at my mark for the day, which is $50. Now, Grubhub does have a promotion going on, which I know how I feel about Grubhub promotions. They reward those who take every single order, even though they don't make sense. Okay, we are back from the Instacart order. I think it took me about an hour. I have to check the time. But it was definitely a good one. Like I said, that one customer I had delivered to before, so I knew how her communication was. The other customer, his communication was fine as well. There was no issue with that. Customer A did add a couple items while I was in the store, which was great because I did have to refund some of her items that wasn't in stock. Customer B, I did have to refund a item for him, and then a substitute. He chose a substitute that, oh, maybe I should go this way because that's the only way you can go through. So, I bet you can't make a U-turn over here. Let's see what it says. Let's see what it says. Can I make a U-turn up here? Yes, because I want to go the other way. So, customer B, like I said, that refund item, but there was item that I can substitute. He wanted a 2 6-packs of the bottled Sunkist. They didn't have any. So I shopped the store, came back around, and then there was one mysteriously there, and I think it was because the Pepsi guy, I don't know if Sunkist Pepsi product or not, but he was stocking, so he just had one. I did ask before asking the customer to substitute, and they didn't have any in the back, so I end up suggesting to take the 12-pack versus the, what do you call it, the 6-pack, the 1 6-pack. So he said that was fine, so that was great. And because it was a double order, that means I needed to keep everything separate. So I'm going to show you a picture of how my cart looked and which customer was what customer. When I do double orders, the customer who has the most items, I primarily want to put them in the basket. The ones with the least, it goes underneath. Customer A had less items, so I decided to put her items in paper. Cold stuff goes into the bag inside of the paper, and then everything else was bag. So customer A, of course, I've been to her home, and so she stated that she wanted not to ring the doorbell, and the reason is dogs. Her dogs can hear and they will go off. Now last time I delivered, she said the same thing, and I'm fine about it. When I turned that corner, I was like startled because it was a man out there smoking. And I scared him because me and him was coming. He was coming out while I was coming out as well, and he was saying that he had came out just so the dogs were barking. He said, "Look, listen to them barking." That's because I came outside to smoke and get a quick smoke. And he apologized because he was smoking. The cigarette was lit. He's like, "I do apologize for smoking. I just lit it up." I'm like, "Oh, it's fine. It's only a few items." Now, customer B, I didn't look, is actually in a apartment, and they had all of the 12 packs. And so they did have a note that they're on the first floor, which I was like, okay, great. I'll get my cart, and I'll show you how my cart looked, the one that I use when I have a whole bunch of heavy items. That's why I don't care. I don't mind heavy orders anymore when I have this, because I have this little cart. So then, when I got there, they gave me instructions, told me they were on the left side. So first, I couldn't find the building because a big ass tree was blocking the number. So I looked to the right, I seen that number, and then I looked to the left, and then I could see the number through the bushes, so I made a U-turn. Then he said it was on the left side. So this apartment had 3 openings, so 3 ways to get into this apartment building. And so I didn't see the customer number in the middle. I assumed it was on the left side, like what he said, but I'm like, how you get there? But I can see there was an opening. So this opening leads you up to a little small walkway, and you go up, and it's like a slight slant. So I'm like, okay. Then I get to the steps, and I'm like, oh, looking at the apartments, I was like, you're not on the first floor? You're on the second floor. So I sit the cart, and then I had a few items, and I went and I tiptoed to the top, and I seen that was actually showing 301 and not 201. And I was like, oh, maybe he is on the first floor. So this apartment complex is, whoever built this was really smart about it, especially seeing that there's chances that individuals will order stuff. Now, so the second floor, the second apartment numbers is actually the first floor. So that's why there was a slant, so I can go up a little bit into the actual first floor. Awesome. So I could take my cart directly to the person's door. Their first floor was underneath in the lower part. So yes, I didn't have to walk up a trillion, million, gazillion stairs to deliver to these customers, and I am done for the day. So I will definitely show what I earned this particular order, seeing that we had a lot of not a lot of substitutes, we had a few substitutes, and we had refunds and additions. So I am gone for the day. Like I said, that if I decide to come back out, it's probably just to do Grubhub, but right now I'm gonna shop for myself and not turn into Publix. Well, I'm not gonna go to Publix. I need to go find me a fall rug. So I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace out.